everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, I'm your evil overlord, and welcome to the update vlog of February 2nd, 2016. Happy birthday, Dutchy Gamer, and happy birthday, me. Yes, I'm actually recording this on my birthday. And yeah, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about that happened in between the last vlog and today, as well as a couple of things that might happen in the future. So, first of all, as I said, it is my birthday. I don't expect any visitors today because it's a Tuesday. Then again, who knows? Now, in the last vlog, I did mention that I got my forklift and reach truck license, and that I was going for a third certificate, which revolves around all-round safety on the work floor, just so that I know that if a dangerous situation occurs, that I understand what I need to do in order to make sure that the damage is as minimal as possible, or how I can actually completely avoid any hazards at all, or any potential hazards, more so. And I had that course on the 23rd, it was on a Saturday of January, and I passed with flying colors. I was allowed to have 12 mistakes out of the 40 questions, and I only had 4. So I passed with 90%. Very well, very happy. So now that I have all the 3 certificates that I was after, I'm stuck with boring work. It's more so conveyor belt work, mind-numbing work, and the worst part is, now that I have the 3 certificates, they're completely useless at my current job. Because we don't have a forklift, we don't have a reach truck, and I don't have to concern myself with the safety at all, because I mainly work at one spot and one spot only, and safety really doesn't play a factor. So, I've already started looking for a new job. Unfortunately, I got rejected for one that really looked interesting. It was in my hometown. But I'm not giving up hope. There's still plenty of other jobs out there that I'll probably be interested in. So, what did I do for my birthday? Because I've actually already celebrated it. This past weekend, I went away with my family, my mother, father, brother-in-law, sister, and their 2 kids, and of course myself. We just went to a place called Center Parks, somewhere in the province Drenthe. Doesn't really matter where, it's close to the German border. And we had a great time. Now, the family trip happens just about every year, because my mother's birthday is actually 2 days before mine, on January 31st. And mine, of course, being on February 2nd. We've always celebrated together, even when I lived back at my parents' place. It's just more convenient for family to come over and visit. But for the last couple of years, we just went to these kind of center parks, London Green Parks and Roodbond. They're all bungalow parks with subtropical swim paradises and all that kind of jazz. If you've ever been here to Holland, you'll know. And I'm pretty sure that in Belgium there are a few, in Germany there are a few. And I'm pretty sure that everywhere around the world you'll find places like these. But a fun fact about this particular trip is that what I did was, when we went out to eat for my mother's birthday, after we ordered dessert, I actually went to the toilet. And before I came back to sit down again, I actually went to the waitress and I asked her to leave a bill completely blank. And I actually paid for the bill itself. But I asked her that when my parents would ask for the bill, that she would present a completely blank sheet. And what happened? Father received the bill, and he was just like, this is, by the way, just a random piece of paper, don't worry. He was just like, wait, there's nothing here. And the first thing that he does is look at my sister, who's sitting across the table. Did you just pay for this? Like, no, look at your other child. And I was just sitting there. Yeah, I did. Bit of backlash from my mother. She was very much against this, especially knowing my financial situation. But this is something that I plan to do for a little while now. And after explaining this, and after explaining that the bill wasn't all too high, that I could afford it, she was just like, okay, let's just leave it at that. It's a fun little thing. My parents are still there. They're going to be there until Friday. Now they are joined by my uncle and aunt. And my sister and brother-in-law and their kids and myself are back here in my hometown. Because my sister and brother-in-law actually do have to work and I don't have to work until Wednesday. Of course, I'm not going to be working on my own birthday. You think I'm stupid? Of course, the kids also have to go back to school. So yeah, that's the reason why I wasn't here this past weekend. I didn't stream, as I couldn't stream. I wasn't even home. And also, the reason why for the past couple of days there has been no content here on YouTube is because, well, I was busy with the course, I was busy with applying for jobs, work, and then the preparation and actual family trip itself. This took a lot of time out of my day that normally I would actually start recording. Speaking of recording, you may have actually seen that I have started recording some Red Alert 3 content. Now, what I plan to do is pretty much see every time I'm going to record if I can get some random games going first, as I've downloaded a whole bunch of replays off of GameReplays.org, and if I can't get a game going within a relative short amount of time, then I'll just record a replay for that day itself. And as of Rise of the Reds, of course I'm going to continue recording that. I just needed a little break from Rise of the Reds. I just wanted to have a little bit more variety also for myself, because for the past 2.5-3 months or so, minus the very sparse, very scarce RimWorld content that I uploaded, it's all been nothing but Rise of the Reds that I've been streaming, recording, commentating on, playing, seeing, doing, and I just need a little bit more variety to keep myself interested in the things that I'm already doing. Rise of the Reds, of course, has had a tournament. We are still waiting on the match for the third place as the moment of recording this. It is going to be between Bruce and Dell. Unfortunately, I'm not the one organizing this tournament, so I'm not in any power to say, like, well, if we don't have a match done before, let's say, this upcoming weekend, then I will declare Bruce the winner, because I know that for a fact that Bruce is ready to play at any given moment in time, given that he's awake, but he's willing to play. He's waiting for his opponent. Dell is just gone missing for a little bit. Then again, I have to be honest, Dell is the one that finished his semifinals the first. Unfortunately, with a loss, of course. At least, you know, he's been waiting so long for a match for the third place. He might have, well, he might have just be like, you know what, never mind this. But I do hope that it gets played, because I said to myself, I'm not going to be recording the semifinals yet, despite the fact that I have them available for recording at any given time, until the entire tournament is done. That means the semifinals, the finals, and the match for the third place. So I can bulk record all of them if I can, and schedule them properly for uploading, rather than having like a couple of videos, then have to wait another whole long time in between, and then do the last couple of matches. And this is also a reason why, if I would do a tournament, I would not do it the way that this tournament was organized, by just waiting on replays, because Striker Shockwave, who unfortunately won't be available for my surprise for the final match, because I wanted to have him as a co-commentator for that final match of the finals. Striker Shockwave's tournament, of course, relies on replays. The tournament was supposed to end on the 18th of January. We are currently in February already, and the tournament is still not done. And that's a bad thing, I'd say. A very bad thing, due to the way that the tournament was organized, the mentality of the players, and the fact that they have so much freedom in when am I going to be playing. They can decide for themselves when they want to play and when they don't want to play. Whereas if I were to organize a tournament, I would say, if you don't have your matches played on this day, you're out. And I'll see to it that you are there, because I will be streaming the matches. And if you're not there, but your opponent is, you're out, your opponent advances. And otherwise, both of you are out. Simple as that. So, in the case that if I was the organizer of this tournament, the match of the third place, Bruce would have won, just by default. But then again, as I said, I'm not the one organizing this tournament. It's not my call. Now, at this moment in time, the winner of the tournament has been revealed, Rick. And that means that I've got a couple of surprises for him in store, which unfortunately he already knows. But you don't. That'll be the surprise for you guys. Rick, if you're watching this, don't spoil it. Your evil overlord demands it. In terms of trying to create a bit more variety on the channel, in terms of content, I've been thinking, just like I started doing regular 3 content, I might actually start doing General's 0-hour content as well. Because, again, variety is my spice of life, and it keeps me interested in what I do. Until, of course, I'm able to get a new job in which I'm able to stream more often in the evening, because still the current job that is as boring as fuck takes up my streaming time, except for the Fridays. And for the stuff that I want to do in terms of full games and potential tournaments and whatnot, I need to be streaming every single day again. And currently that's just not an option. So the content, the random battles and replays that you've seen thus far and will see for the next couple of weeks probably, is just basically some filler. Just so that I keep myself occupied with my skills in terms of commentary up there and having stuff for you guys to see until I actually am able to stream every single day. Now, in terms of a birthday special stream, I've done one for the past 2 years. I'm actually open to suggestions, as I really don't want to focus too much attention to one thing only. As 2 years ago, I did a 4-hour stream, and last year I did a bunch of games, including Rise of the Reds, which of course at that time was only in private beta, and now of course we have the public beta available. But I really don't want to focus too much attention to just one thing or another. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I could do, please leave a comment in this video, or hook me up on Facebook or on Twitter, or send me an email at, well, it should be down below the video as well. So yeah, I need your help and suggestions. I want to do the birthday stream this upcoming weekend on the 7th or 6th. Either or maybe both. I don't know what day Saturday or Sunday will fall, which date it will be. So yeah, just let me know. There's still one more item on the list that I forgot to mention. My good friend Grail Dilach, which you may remember from the Attack Superior streams that I've done thus far, Attack Superior of course being his own mod, has been working really hard on converting Attack Superior from the Yuri's Revenge engine over into OpenRA. And at this point in time, he is at such a good position in terms of progress that he wants me to start streaming it again. And I've never wanted to abandon Attack Superior, or Red Resurrection for that matter, and thus I am glad to announce that probably starting on February 13th, a Saturday, we will be seeing Attack Superior return on the channel, on Twitch. Now, it's not fully certain that this will be the day of streaming, as I have other plans, but I don't know exactly at which day those plans will be. But if nothing else comes around, it definitely will be on February 13th, some Attack Superior. And we will see what Grail has done in the meantime, and what he has converted over to OpenRA. I most certainly am looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And I believe that'll be it for this vlog. So yeah, great things have happened thus far. Great things hopefully will happen in the near future, and more variety on the channel. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like if you did. My name is Hecthor Doomhammer. I'm your evil overlord. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.